Well, hello there to all of my Cappies, all of my Capricorns. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. All right, happy holidays to everyone. Happy holidays to everybody. Wherever you are, hopefully you are in good spirits and trying to stay away from anything that could be overwhelming for you. Hopefully you're staying in good. Just like this person right here, protecting the seeds that were planted, right? Whatever seeds that's planted in you, that's you're trying to grow your seeds, focus on protecting what you're trying to grow, right? Starve what you are not trying to grow, right? So we're coming up on, this reading is for October 31st through November the 7th, right? So October 31st, you may see a lot of decorations and things around. If you're a person who, like I said, when you were little, you watch scary movies and that's not your thing, then don't watch them now, right? It's almost kind of hard to get away from them because everybody's had decorations in the front yard, in the store, those kind of things. But a good idea would be to balance it out, right? This would be balancing it out, healthy work-life balance, meaning that filling your mind up with healthy things. Like, let's say, for instance, you driving into work, and that's all you see. You're going from one yard to the next. You see all these, ghosts and goblins and whatever on this person's yard, that person's yard, and that's just reminding you of some things, heavy emotions from the past, right? You never know what people went through in their past, right? Around the holidays. And your message, your overarching theme of your message is ascending the mountain of light, right? But you're really learning how to pick and choose what, could be overwhelming if you're carrying other people's emotions on your scales, on your internal scales at work, in your personal and your professional life. And you're learning how to say, okay, I need to flush some stuff out. I need to learn how to clean this. If I'm contaminated with other people's emotions, then I need to flush that out and I need to replace it with some clean water. Y'all get my point? Like, you see, where we have the sun here, right? And then we have the moon here. The moon, secrets. This is exposing secrets, right? So you could be carrying other people's energy on your back. But these are gifts that you have. These are spiritual gifts that you have, right? Psychic gifts that you have, right? So, you could be carrying other people's, like I said to you all many, many times, you all are very wise souls. So you all could have been those kids that people said to them, be careful, look both ways before you cross the street, right? You don't have to almost get hit by a car to get it. You know what I'm saying? Or like, you don't have to read the Bible from Genesis to Revelation to know certain things you don't want to experience that you read, right? Whether it's the Bible, whatever kind of book, self-help book, a romance novel, a horror movie, whatever. It's certain things you don't have to experience yourself to gain the wisdom from it, right? You carry a lot of gifts, right? So you don't have to physically carry people on your back. You get the point, right? You can lead people to water, but you don't have to force them to drink it, right? That's how you're going to take other people's water out of your bowls. You understand? That's how you're going to take other people's water out of your bowls, right? So you don't have to carry other people's emotions around with you because you're a very patient person. You're built strong, you're built tough, but you don't have to carry other people's emotions. You don't have to carry their emotional baggage. You're a sea goat, right? SEA. But going up as you're trying to ascend both in your personal and your professional life, you can say, oh, okay. And just learn how to create boundaries. This is your card right here. You and Aquarius both are ruled by the World card. You're enforcing boundaries. So you enforce boundaries. This is how you're getting structured and authoritative. This is where, let me see. You, Cancer, Libra, and Aries are cardinal signs, right? And this is how you're saying you're not carrying other people's emotions on your back. Like I said, you're a very patient person. You're built strong. You are. And so, again, this is the direction that you're headed in, right? So somebody could be experiencing, an organization could be experiencing their karma right now. And for doing something, an organization, a whole organization could be coming down. Who knows who the organization is? And it could be somewhere where you used to work, right? So, you could have somebody from your past that you used to ride to work with or talk to. This could be somebody that you used to talk to, because we're not talking about three. Could be asking you certain questions. If you don't know, you don't know. They could be just asking you questions about, do you remember so-and-so that we used to work together? You remember that person? If you don't know, if you don't remember, you don't remember. Remember, number 5 is the middle of the single digits from 1 to 5. 1 to 10. 1 to 9, excuse me. So somebody could have caught you in the middle of a work day where you're thinking about work. Somebody could be asking you something about personal, and you're not even able to process it yet, right? So, somebody may swing back around and ask you, okay, now that you're at work, now that you're at home, now that you've relaxed, you may remember some things when you get outside in the sunlight. This is why I always talk about get outside and get some sunlight. So I feel like somebody that possibly you talk to may, I feel like an organization where you used to work is either you used to work for the organization or something. Their karma is coming back to hit them. The karma is coming back to hit them hard. And but if somebody talks to you while you're at work, you're trying to build your abundance and your prosperity. This could be a man, or this is a woman clearly, but this means abundance and prosperity. You could be building your abundance and your prosperity, right? You could be carrying other people's emotions on your back, because you could be a leader in the workplace. It's the Emperor card here. You could be a leader. So something may not be immediately clear to you right now, right? You know how sometimes you're in the middle of working, somebody can say something to you and you're not thinking but it's like an afterthought. Something is going to come to you as an afterthought. Something is going to come to you as an afterthought. All right. So this is ascending the mountain of light, right? Let's get into it. Let's get intuitive, right? Let's get intuitive. So Spirit reminds you your persistence is sacred. And so every step you take in the material world shapes energy in the unseen. So this week is about building the temple of light within yourselves. Capricorn, harmonizing power, purpose, and peace. Each card is paired with an affirmation to help you, anchor higher frequency into practical mastery and spiritual truth here. So I've created some affirmations for you all in case you want to write them down. Maybe you want to write them down, put them to the mirror or the bedpost, or put them in a drawer somewhere where you happen to open up a drawer and you just, how sometimes you just get a pleasant surprise. You open up the drawer like, oh, okay, let me read this affirmation. Okay, this is nice. This applies to what's going on in my life right now. So let's do it. First card out the deck is the Hierophant. You are standing at a spiritual threshold, so knowledge becomes wisdom through devotion and practice. And so an affirmation for you here is, I embody sacred mastery through grounded spiritual wisdom. Right? So you're very patient. You're a very patient person. You could have worked for an organization and or could be a part of an organization in some way, shape, form, or fashion, right? And could have built your abundance and your prosperity right there. You could know someone or talk to someone that is growing their abundance and prosperity, excuse me, as well. So things are starting to come together for you. In other words, things are starting to come together for you. So something is coming full circle for you in terms of your money, your abundance, and your prosperity. Keep in mind, at the end of your day, whatever that is, whatever your shift is, right? Whether you work early morning shift, late night shift, whatever it is, please, please, please take some time to just sit with self and say, okay, let me let me just collect my thoughts, right? Let me grab notepad. We also have e-journals as well. On my Etsy store, I think they're like $2 or $3. or you don't have to get those. If you have a notepad that you got for 99 cents, get that, pull that out, right? E-journals are just an option, right? But again, if you have a 99-cent, something you bought from the dollar store, use that. But collect your thoughts at the end of the day. Just free write. It doesn't even have to make any sense. None of it has to make any sense. As long as you're just putting it out. You're like saying, okay, let me balance out my day. Certain thing, I don't want to take all of that to bed. I don't want to go to bed with that. Those thoughts on my mind, right? So you'd be surprised that when you go back and look at certain things, you may catch something that you forgot, right? Just take a minute. Right? Because a message did come through to you. A message came through to you while you were at work. You got a message while you were at work. Somebody called you, or you called them, or y'all texted, or something. A message came through while you were at work, right? They don't live that far from you. I know that because of the Empress card. They don't live that far from you. So think. Somebody could live close to where you are. So you did get a message. A message was sent out. You received it. But again, you may need time to process it. Excuse me. That is not unusual. You need time to process it because you could have been working, building your abundance and prosperity. See all of this right here? You got a lot of things to process right here. You got a lot of other emotions to process, right? So somebody may bring something back up to you. Somebody may be watching this video and go, you know what, just in case Capricorn forgot, let me see if I can just bring something back up to maybe jog their memory a little bit and see if they know this or know that, so on and so forth. Okay, that'd be great if they did. If they didn't, it's going to come out anyway. Once you go outside in the sunlight, you got to go outside for something. It doesn't have to be blazing hot outside. It could just be light outside, the sunlight, right? Something is going to come back up. Something is going to come to you where you're like, okay, why is this all of a sudden coming to my mind? Okay, I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about that. Okay, so your mental energy here is the Magician card. Your thoughts are magnetic. You are manifesting through intention and clarity. An affirmation for you here is, I think, speak, and act as a conscious co-creator of light. This has to do with your abundance and your prosperity growing. I hope you are paying attention. And we're talking about in healthy ways. We're not talking about unhealthy ways. Okay, we're not talking about committing crimes and illegal stuff and all that. We're talking about in healthy ways. Your money is growing. I see your money growing. So it's no harm to anyone else or you. This is just your money growing. Okay, so when you're recalling your energy at the beginning or the end of your day, you want to recall your energy with harm to none. You want to send back everything that does not align with your highest timeline. That's going to protect your energy. It's going to protect your energy. Yep, it's going to protect your energy. Because there's some energies out here that, like I said, there's an organization that did something to you and for other people, and they're getting their karma. And it's nothing that you did. It is nothing that they did, right? But something that they did to grow their abundance and their prosperity to you and for other people. Somebody said something to you and you may not have clicked at first. It's literally like somebody saying to you, and remember, this is just an example, okay? Because I'm not channeling this part of the message. This is just an example. I gotta say that because somebody will be like, "Oh my God, I gotta add this part." It's kind of like you going to human resources over something that's legit, like something legit. You got fired off from a job, you were there, you didn't do anything wrong, you were just asking for clarity, some understanding, and something happened, boom, and somebody missed a step. They found some kind of error somewhere, and boom, your abundance and your prosperity is growing. Somebody overstepped a boundary, your abundance and your prosperity is growing. Right? Somebody did something to overstep a boundary, and your abundance and your prosperity is growing. They took something out on you, their emotions, right? Some kind of heaviness, emotions on their back. They took something out on you, said something to you, and so they overstepped a boundary, and your abundance and your prosperity. So this about to be you right here. Head thrown back, tonsils showing, smiling so hard as far as your money is concerned. So something happened with an organization. This is what I'm saying, y'all. Get outside and get some sun. You can overthink it if you want to. It's just something that's just basic. Just basic. Turn the music off. Just get outside and go for a walk. A brisk walk. 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. If nothing else, even if you're just sitting outside on your deck or your balcony or your, some people have a deck, some people have a balcony, whatever. But you are a leader. You are a leader. And so something is coming to an end. Something is coming to an end. Your abundance and your prosperity is growing because they did something to someone who is very structured and who is very authoritative. And somebody else in this is saying, oh no, that's not going to fly. That's not going to fly. So you may have been in receipt of something, and because you're very patient, right? Somebody else says, oh, heck no. So their abundance and their prosperity is growing. Your abundance and your prosperity is about to grow. And so are 4 other people about to grow. Right? So something is about to go to court. Something is about to go to court. Something's about to come out. Yep. So because some people been talking about chaining people to lust and obsessions and all of this other stuff. But in all of this, there is an organization that's been itching for a fight. This what this is. An organization has been itching for some kind of a fight, and they've just been sitting back watching patiently, waiting to take somebody to court. Hey, it is what it is. But your abundance and your prosperity is about to start growing. They've been, like somebody just keep poking a bear, keep poking, and saying basically 2 people are chained to the devil, right? Basically, like you and somebody else are, y'all are devil worshipers, right? Y'all chained to the devil. Y'all are obsessed. Y'all are lustful spirits. Y'all are this and that. But somebody's been poking a bear to grow their abundance and their prosperity, right? But trying to weigh you down with their emotions on their back. And you knew something smelled fishy. You weren't sure what it was. That's what all these fish are on somebody's back. You knew something smelled fishy. You're like, You're like fishers of men. You knew something smelled fishy. You weren't really sure what it was. And it's like, okay, you can lead people to water, but you can't force people to drink it. Something is like, okay, how are people growing their abundance and their prosperity, right? How are people growing? You got to remember something too. When people are coming for you and they're talking about legally coming for you, guess what? You can have all your paperwork and stuff in a row, all your ducks and stuff. Something's going to come out. Something's going to come out in the water. Because the devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. That's not calling a person a devil. I know you hear people call people demons and devils all the time. That's them. We're not talking about that on this channel. We're talking about everybody has temptations. Everybody has weaknesses, right? So all of that's going to come out. All of that is going to come out. Whatever needs to come out is going to come out. So whatever's going to come out. So that's what I'm seeing here. But somebody's been itching for a fight. So I guess somebody felt like you and somebody said that you and somebody, if we can get one, meaning you, Capricorn, you or somebody. So let's say, for instance, so we got the devil. There's a spirit of the devil, right? And there's just too many demons to name, right? So we're basically saying these 2 right here, they have demons, right? These 2 energies, you and somebody have demons. You and somebody have temptations, right? So that will make y'all tied to the devil, right? So your demons could be gluttony. Somebody else's demons could be whatever. Who knows? It's just too many demons to name. Somebody feels like if they can get one, they can get somebody else. But the main thing is that you're dealing with somebody who has a God complex, who feels like they, if they get one, in other words, somebody's been wanting to expose something in court. And so what? So what? Let them do it. If you don't have anything to hide, you don't have anything to hide. If they want to expose something in court, let them expose something in court. Somebody has been wanting to expose you and somebody else in court. If you don't have anything to hide, let them expose it. Because what I'm seeing here, the polarity to the Hierophant card is Scorpio, right? So somebody has been basically saying that somebody's been linking up with someone. Scorpio's card is intimacy and shared possessions, right? So basically somebody's been saying somebody's been linking up with someone, sharing something, right? Maybe sharing husband, wives, sharing something. It's a whole organization that's been wanting to expose something. But you remember, it's always two sides of that. This is opposing sides. One side shares something, this side got to share something, right? But this is a whole organization basically saying, okay, well, like they're upstanding, but that's how they've been able to build something. So you have something coming up against this organization. They're happy. They've been wanting to fight this organization, but I'm telling you, this is you. This is you. They've been wanting to fight. This is a bully. This is what you're talking. This is what you're dealing with, is a bully. Somebody who feels like, I'm going to take your money. I'm just going to take your money. You got 5 bullies. I'm going to take your money. And that's what they're saying. So let's get into it. So here we are. You are standing at a spiritual threshold. Knowledge becomes wisdom through devotion and practice. And so affirmation for you is, I embody sacred mastery through grounded spiritual wisdom. Yeah, through grounded spiritual wisdom. These are the types of energies that will wait, right? One of the things that I say on my Taurus videos, to Taurus's credit, is that they are receiving zodiac signs. They're ruled by Venus, the goddess of love, pleasure, art, music, aesthetics, right? So this could have been somebody lying and waiting for you and someone to come in, right? Just looking at your physical appearance. Like, okay, these energies... Remember, the sun is a star, right? Right? So let's see which emotion, right? Somebody sensed that something was fishy. That's the word that's coming to me. Somebody felt like somebody was they were fishing for information. Like somebody was, like a person is fishing for information. Who is that? Who is this? People were fishing for information. Who is that person? Like somebody wanted to know, who is that person? Who is that person? Who is that person? And somebody could have been like, oh, they're growing their abundance and their prosperity. People were talking about you possibly and somebody else, right? That's why people say, stop talking about money. Don't talk about politics, those kind of things, religion, those kind of things, right? Because people wanted to know who you and someone were and how you were growing your abundance and prosperity, right? And, so somebody has been itching for a fight. That's what this is. Not that you're looking for one, but you're not backing down either. So somebody's been itching for one. Like somebody's been sitting there scratching like, oh, I want to fight. I mean, just ridiculousness. But that's how they've been growing their money and their abundance and their prosperity. So you're just dealing with chaos and confusion. Once you get these energies out of your hair, you be good. This is a whole organization that just loves going back and forth to court. Just craziness. So this is what you're dealing with, the magician energy. So your thoughts are magnetic. You are manifesting through intention and clarity. And an affirmation for you is, I think, speak, and act as as a conscious co-creator of light. Conscious co-creator of light, right? And so here's physical energy here, the Emperor, right? So strength, structure, and divine authority. So you're reclaiming command over your material reality. So an affirmation for you could be, I stand in power aligned with divine order. Yeah, you're dealing with a God complex. In other words, you're dealing with a whole organization of God complexes. Basically, people whose, you got to remember, you got to see what your demons are first, but you're ruled by a karmic planet. So it's literally like your mirror is going to shine a light on everybody else's. They can't ask for information legally without their information also being shown legally as well. They don't want their stuff out. These energies don't want their stuff shown. Because boy, oh boy, wouldn't that be a surprise? Because too many people around the world want to know how you making your money. You don't know who they running from, who they owe. This is all it is. They don't want people to know how much money they make because you got too many agencies looking at it. That's what this is. So here we have spiritual energy is high priestess energy. The unseen supports you. Inner silence reveals cosmic truth. Affirmation. My intuition is the voice of spirit guiding my path. Yeah. You got too many agencies. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. There's organizations equivalent to the Internal Revenue Service all over the world. Google it. Almost every country has a treasury. Almost every country has a pocketbook, like a wallet, right? Who's looking for people to pay their taxes? Like, okay, you making this amount of money? Yeah, okay. The country is like, okay, where you pay us too, right? So these energies bullied you and someone else. They overstepped a boundary. They overstepped the boundary and wanted to make you and somebody else look like y'all were obsessing over something when really it was them obsessing over something, and you just happen to be ruled by a karmic planet. That's why I keep trying to remind y'all, you are ruled by a karmic planet. You're shining a light on the whole organization. The entire organization. They overstepped a boundary. So yeah, something around unhealthy and wounded emotions, something about something sacred sexual relationships, something around that. Then we have this right here. The polarity to this is Libra, right? So someone was very impulsive, right? Did something illegal, very impulsive and illegal, right? Then you have, let's see what else we got here, right? So we have the Devil card. The polarity to that is the Cancer card. Somebody felt like, and Cancer is the I feel sign. It's the mother and money sign of the zodiac. So somebody could have had a feeling, as about somebody's mother, had maybe some kind of obsession or something with someone's mother. Whether your mom is alive or not alive, or back in the day, something could have happened, or a mother-like figure in your life, or someone who is a nurturer. It can be a man, whoever. Something is happening here, and you're trying to see something from a higher frequency. All you need to know is that here we have the Temperance card here, which is Sagittarius. The polarity to that is Gemini, which is the Lovers card, right? So all of this stuff is tying in, and like I said, you're just trying to have a healthy work-life balance here. This is why I say get out and get some sun right here. Turn the music off, turn the distractions off, and just tap into your memory. What is Source trying to tell you? What is Source trying to tell you? You're shining a light on a whole organization. That's how your abundance and your prosperity is about to grow. And I'm talking about like you're going through a rebirth. This is what you call a transference of wealth. You weren't bothering anybody. You sit there minding your business. And these energies, here they come. They want to fight somebody. A whole organization want to fight somebody. You're like, okay, but wait a minute. What did I do? They just looking at a physical appearance. And who another energy is wrapped up in this is some... Well, anyway. So close out the cycle in love. You're closing out a cycle in love. Here we have the best is yet to come. I'm telling you, your abundance, your prosperity is about to grow. You're closing out cycles in love. Yep, so new love awaits for you. All these people trying to get wealthy off of two people. Here we have you inspired them to heal. Because they're going to have to expose every single person that's involved in this money scheme. That's what this is. This circle. Everybody in that circle, a light is going to have to shine on every single person in that circle. Whose hands, whose palms was getting greased in that circle. Who in all this circle's money was growing. Everybody involved. Back straight and walk away. So yeah, you wanted to go to court. Here we have root chakra cleanse. Should you double back for them? Pour into yourselves more. Follow your heart. So no, you're not doubling back for them. So somebody wants to call you, but they haven't changed. Speak something into existence. First red flag, pray and meditate. Sacral chakra cleanse. You are doing this is where you purge. This is where you purge. This is where you need to get outside, drink your water, drink more water, pour into yourselves even more. This is not the time to be stubborn. I forgot. I don't know how to pour into myself. Somebody's leaving a lot of money on the universe table. And I'm talking about physical money. Somebody's leaving a lot of abundance and prosperity out there. This stuff, these energies are doing all kinds of stuff behind you and someone's back. So yeah, somebody may have talked to you while you were at work and it just went right over your head. Somebody could have sent you a text message and something went right over your head. Somebody could have talked to you about something. Something just went right over your head. Somebody told you that they sought legal. They could have told you they went to go see Federal Bureau of Investigation. They could have told you they went to the police. Something just went right over your head. It's like you heard it and went one ear and went out the other. But this organization did something to 5 people. You were one of the people that they were able to make money off of. So, but it connects all 5 people. It connects you. This is a part of your family. And I'm never talking about, we're not talking about blood relative family. We're talking about all 5 of you all. Abundance and prosperity makes you all family now. Solar plexus chakra. Get outside in the sunlight. Solar plexus is significant. Something that somebody said to you about something having to do with an agency, an organization, the FBI, the police, legal system, attorney. Something somebody said to you about something. People were making money off of somebody. 2 people that don't live that far from you. And I don't know where everybody lives. You can live on another continent, but the people don't live that far from you. And that's the Empress card here. They don't live that far from you. So there it is. Yeah, you wanted to come out in court. I'm seeing successful here. I see you being very happy and successful. These people are bullies. They are straight up bullies. Companionship. Giving someone your complete presence is an astonishing gift. Now somebody's memory is jolted. Oh my God, I was just talking to them not too long ago and they were just talking about such and such. Oh shoot, that's what they were saying. Yes. Hello? You could have been on your job and your colleague that sits at the next cubicle could have been like, you remember so-and-so, we used to work at such and such company, whatever. You could have been focused on a project that you were working on. But that's how it comes back to you. It'll come back to you when you're like sitting at home by yourself, just relaxing. Right? Hold your vision. Hold your vision. It was a fixed sign. It could have been a Taurus, an Aquarius, a Leo, or a Scorpio could have said something to you. That's a fixed sign. Psychic abilities. Somebody has psychic abilities. It could be you or somebody else has psychic abilities. But yeah, you're dealing with wealthy bullies. That's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with wealthy bullies. And that's how they were making their money. They said, okay, well, we got two people. If we get one of them, that they not gonna be too ashamed and embarrassed to expose the other one. No. Not necessarily. Because you want to see everybody sitting around the table. That's what you want to see. You want to see everybody's face. Y'all know, like in the old films back in the day where they had the flashlight up on somebody's chin. You want to see everybody's face. I want to know all who was involved. I am valued by my community. I am valued by my community. Yeah, you want to know all who's involved, who's benefiting, who's getting fat, who's making money off of watching something. That somebody lives very close to where you are. They watching something, making money, abundant and prosperous. Saying that somebody's into some kind of illegal sex ring or something. Somebody's into some kind of illegal something. You want to know all the people involved. How much money y'all making? Yeah, something was done behind somebody's back. While they were trying to build, something was done behind someone's back. So you could be building a house. You could be building a house. Somebody lied on somebody behind their back because they wanted to be significant. They wanted to be significant. So that is what I'm seeing for you there. That is what I'm seeing for you. So if this is your company and somebody, decide they want to throw their hat in the ring and lie on you behind your back in the workplace, some kind of lie they told on you behind your back, they're going to have to pay for it. The whole company going to have to pay for it. So think about these conversations that you're having with people. Sit down for a second and just think. Clear your mind. Go out and get some fresh air. Get up under the sunlight. Because I see somebody's abundance, you're in somebody's abundance and prosperity about to grow big. Because Halloween masks are being snatched off. All right, that's what I have.